Hey Angels, it's Lookin Bratz, aka Dom. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then welcome. On this channel, I love to talk about fashion dolls and of course, Bratz dolls and Bratz history, Bratz lore. I created the website lookinbratz.com, which is the ultimate resource for all things Bratz. So if you're a Bratz lover like me or someone who's looking to get into Bratz, definitely check out lookinbratz.com, hold the G. In this video, we are going to be unboxing the Gentle Monster Bratz doll. And this has come with a lot of fan feedback and a lot of, I don't want to say controversy, because I think a lot of the good of it is going to outweigh the negative of it, hopefully. I don't know. I would like to preface this by saying I am not an MGA Entertainment employee. I am just a fan and somewhat of a doll influencer, if you would like to call me that. But I like to create content about Bratz, and of course I love to talk about new stuff happening for Bratz, because I'm always their little person trying to champion them on. But we are going to unbox the Gentle Monster Bratz doll and talk about it, because I know there's been a lot of opinion. Before we get into the unboxing and talking about everything, I do want to say thank you so much for 13,000 subscribers on YouTube. I joined YouTube in more of a capacity than I was before, about 3 years ago. So it's been nice just being able to grow and to share my doll journey with all of you, because it's definitely been, there's a lot that's happened if you've been with me since 3 years ago, but I really appreciate it. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. My audio might be a little bit weird. I don't know. I am still trying to figure out what I want the new setup to look like in my room. I rearranged some stuff and yeah, we'll see what happens. I kind of don't know what it sounds like until I start editing, and then I don't know what it really fully looks like until I start editing. I do have a vision of what it looks like now, and a vision in my sunglasses from Gentle Monster. And I don't know, we'll see. I think I like the lighting right now, and I definitely like the way the setup looks in the back. Some of my dolls are falling because my Sasha's stand is whatever. We don't have to over-explain, do we? I would really love to get into the unbox. Gentle Monster is a South Korean eyewear brand that has become very, very popular, and people really love Gentle Monster sunglasses. They have some really great stuff. I have admired them from afar. Gentle Monster's a bit out of my price range personally. If it's within your price range, that is amazing. You are very lucky. And there have been a few hints at a Gentle Monster collaboration, or maybe that was the feeler that Bratz put out there eons ago on their Instagram, and now we're finally getting the Gentle Monster collaboration. This is coming with controversy because of the accessibility and the availability factor, which I completely understand, and I think it's one of the things that has made me feel a little less excited for the collaboration. And I feel like it's hard to even say much, because I did receive the doll for free, and so I'm very grateful for that. So thank you to Gentle Monster. I know that was coordinated by their team for the most part, and I'm not sure how much MGA was involved, but everything that I've received and everything I've learned about the collaboration has been from Gentle Monster, so I appreciate them for even reaching out to me and considering me, because I don't consider myself a huge influencer. Maybe I have more of a direct impact in my community. Hopefully, I would love to think that. But I would say, like, I'm not like a fashion girly. I love fashion, but I'm not like an influencer or any kind of big person like that. So the fact that they sent me this, I really appreciated. But going back to the accessibility factor, I guess we'll start off with that, because that is what I think a lot of people have been wondering about. And the information's been out there, but I don't know how well distributed that information has been. So the Gentle Monster doll, and honestly, my information might not even be 100%. I did not receive a ton of information from Gentle Monster, and I don't think a lot of the influencers who received PR kits did. As far as I know, based off of all the information that people have gathered on the internet and from what Gentle Monster has shared, the Gentle Monster X Bratz doll is going to be very limited edition, and there are going to be a few different versions of it. So the version I received is a PR kit, which has 4 different pairs of real life sunglasses, as well as 5 pairs for your doll. Of course, the doll itself. I think the doll is the main selling point for Bratz fans, of course. I know a lot of Bratz fans may not know what Gentle Monster is. That's perfectly fine. And they may not even be interested in the sunglasses. They may just want the doll. So that version, I don't believe is going to be for sale at all with the 4 pairs of real sunglasses, but it does come with a large store-like display, which we are going to go into today and we're going to unbox. And I believe that version is only being sent to influencers. There is a version like it that comes with 1 pair of sunglasses, which I believe are the Pico sunglasses, and that is going to be the public version of the PR kit with only 1 pair of sunglasses plus the doll and the store display. And that, from what I've heard, is going to retail for about $430, if not more, or somewhere in that ballpark. And that has a lot of fans riled up because that is a very expensive doll, and it does come with the sunglasses. In all fairness, you're getting a designer pair of sunglasses, but for a Bratz doll, I think a lot of Bratz fans would have preferred just the doll as opposed to the sunglasses. And that's where the cheaper version comes in of this doll, who I believe is $60, does not come with any real life sunglasses, but does come with alternate packaging compared to the PR kit version, and is only purchasable if you go to a Gentle Monster pop-up store, and there aren't very many. I really don't know what the details about that are, like why it's like this, honestly, but yeah. Only purchasable at Gentle Monster pop-up locations around the world with the purchase of a pair of sunglasses, which they do have some pretty expensive sunglasses, so you would be paying approximately, depending on the pair of sunglasses you buy, you might be paying the price of something like the PR kit version of this doll. And I'm using PR kit a little bit lately because the PR kit is definitely different from the version that is bigger, that is going out to the public, that comes with the sunglasses. I do not know why this is priced like this. I do not know why it is not more accessible and available to fans. I have seen pictures and videos of the pop-up store, and they had a party there for the launch, and it looked really fun. It looked really great. They have these huge Godzilla-esque statues of the doll that is featured in this collection. Her name is GÄNNA. Now, this information was not shared very publicly, and I have found this out from both fans who received PR from Gentle Monster, but also Gentle Monster themselves clarified that this doll's name is GÄNNA, but it's spelled G-A-E-N-N-Y. I don't know. It's supposed to be like, she's a cyborg, she's like an alien character. We'll get into that soon, but I do want to get kind of through some of the little bits and details that a lot of people have been curious about, and that honestly have already been out there at this point, so I might just be regurgitating, but I do think it's important for the sake of just kind of putting out the information that we know about this collaboration. I don't think I'll be visiting a pop-up because I am in New Jersey and I'm not in like South Korea. I'm not in LA. I would love to be in LA. And I'm very close to New York, but the Gentle Monster store in New York is not having a big pop-up like that. It's just having a sale of the dolls in the store. I will say I do have a little bit of FOMO seeing people having so much fun at these stores and these pop-ups, but it's fine. I'm really grateful just to have the doll itself. And at the pop-ups, there's also been this keychain set. It comes with a racing jacket and a fun matching skirt and some cute packaging, and it has that iconic Bratz mannequin stand with that Mugler-esque star at the top, yes. And it comes on a keychain, and we'll open this along with the doll. But at the pop-ups, there were dolls in about, I don't know how many variations of outfit, honestly, and I'm trying to figure that out just for the archival side of it all. So if I find out that information, hopefully I can put it on lookinbratz.com. If not, there were a lot of variations of outfits, and they're being sold on these keychains. They're on display with the doll wearing them, and honestly, I'm a little bit jealous of the fact that I'm not going to be able to get the other outfits, honestly, and I don't understand how any of this is working, and I think this is part of it. With a brand like Gentle Monster, let's say, I would argue that their shtick is a lot more about the exclusivity factor and about getting people with more disposable income to purchase their products. And to make them so limited and exclusive, it's just another business tactic that a lot of companies use. And it's upsetting only because, for me personally, and I think for a lot of folks too, because it's a Bratz collaboration. And because there is a doll involved. It's not just a thing about eyewear. It's not just Bratz branded clothing. In fact, I would argue that Bratz is not the main focus of this collaboration. I will say there's been a lot of split focus between Gentle Monster's products and then Bratz's products next to Gentle Monster's. But Gentle Monster is launching a pocket eyewear collection, and I'll show you with these. This is one of the pairs of glasses. These are called the Milky Way, and they're really fun. Like, they're not functional, but that's the point of it. But they are functional at the same time. It's more of a fashion piece rather than something that you're going to use to either shield yourself from UV rays or to help your eyesight. I am someone who wears prescription eyeglasses, so I'm wearing these for fun. And I actually went to the Beyonce Cowboy Carter tour last night, and I wore these glasses with my outfit as much as I could because it was raining and it was cold and I didn't want to damage the eyewear, but they did go really well with my outfit and they're really fun. And my package was actually stuck in customs for a few days, but I was actually away at my boyfriend's home and had a little vacation with him. It was nice. And my package arrived the day after I came back home, and it was the day of the Beyonce concert yesterday. So I was like, let me open this up and get these glasses out because I was looking forward to that. But as you can see, the eyewear is completely collapsible. The arms fold in. And then there is a leather pouch that you can put the eyewear in. That is kind of the selling point of the Gentle Monster collection. So Bratz is really a prop for this collection, as well as a collaborator, but also a prop in sort of modeling the fact that, the doll is pocket sized, and so are the eyeglasses. And I think it's fun that the doll has eyewear that matches the actual Gentle Monster glasses. But this is definitely something that's a little bit more for Gentle Monster, but also for Bratz people, but a little bit more for the fashion people, for the people who are really into the exclusivity factor of it all. I don't think I would have bought this doll had I not been sent PR, and I'm going to say that off the bat, not based off the quality or anything about the doll itself, but based off of the accessibility factor and the pricing. I don't think I don't. I don't have that kind of money to shell out on a doll, but I also, I don't, think I would have been there on time on the website. I know that the website had the sunglasses version and now it doesn't. It looks like it's sold out. I really don't know what the tea is about that. I don't understand what the deal is. And I'm just saying that up front. A quick interjection because I filmed this over a week ago from posting, and if you go onto the Bratz website, the official Bratz website, bratz.com, there is a pop-up to shop Gentle Monster, so they might sell it on their website. I am not sure. I would say if you're interested in this collection, maybe sign up on their website, and if they post it for sale, you'll get notified. They did send me some notes. This is just papers about what the collection's all about, but they also sent me a few other details about the collection on this note card, and I honestly think this is a nice way to sum it up from, you know, everything that I've seen. But introducing Gentle Monster's 2025 Pocket Collection, a new eyewear line featuring compact, foldable designs while embodying Gentle Monster's bold and contemporary aesthetic. To celebrate the launch of the Pocket Collection, so this is called the Pocket Collection, and Bratz is basically like helping advertise it, just throwing that in there. Gentle Monster reveals an exclusive Bratz doll and eyewear collection crafted in partnership with the brand. The humanoid-style doll included in the package symbolizes a compact yet daring design, blurring the boundaries between fashion and functionality when paired with the pocket eyewear case. Discover Gentle Monster's new vision for eyewear, where practicality is reinterpreted as art. And before we see the doll, here is the guide on how to style the keyring. And here is this artwork that was featured with the PR kit. I don't know if this is coming with the other public versions of the doll, but I do think the artwork is very fun. And I'm a little disappointed that there was no artwork on the box, but it's nice that we have something. And also the fact that there is no character information on the box. There's nowhere that actually states that this doll's name is GÄNNA, except for, you know, whatever Gentle Monster has said about the character itself, which is more of me feeling like, okay, like this is a bit more of a Gentle Monster doll rather than just a Bratz doll, which makes sense. I don't know, I just, as a Bratz person, so from the Bratz fans' perspective, my perspective as a Bratz fan, let's say. Let's actually look at the doll now because I have not even shown y'all this doll. So a really fun concept and idea. I love the back of the box. Now my lighting, because my ring light is really not having it right now, you can see all of these stars on the back of the box. I love the packaging design, do not get me wrong. I just would have loved a little something. And that's where I feel like MGA has kind of slacked in recent years, is really developing certain characters, especially for Bratz. And I had said this, I wanted it for the Kylie doll, I wanted it for the Karol G doll, but I also know that it's not supposed to be just Bratz. That might be more of like a Bratz thing, is having these characters be characters in the Bratz universe, like having a nickname and having maybe like a symbol, like an icon, or just like a little bio that says like, hey, my name is GÄNNA, I'm a cyborg, I live in Stylesville now, I come from the planet of Uranus. Something like that would have been really cute. I don't know how many details were thought of when they were making the doll itself, if they were thinking about making it a character or making it just some sort of weird anomaly in the Bratz universe, or in the Gentle Monster universe, or both. But we're gonna actually unbox the doll now. I know I've talked your ear off for 20 minutes, but I do think it was important to go over some of those details because I tend to get a lot of questions, and honestly, like, Bratz doesn't communicate anything with me. Gentle Monster communicated what they communicated with me, which was what I just communicated with you. And I'm learning a lot of these details at the same time, but let's open this damn doll. Here is the front of the PR kit. As you can see, there are some handbags on these really nice, clear acrylic shelves, but unfortunately, the bags are stationary. which was advertised. This was advertised as such, so I'm okay with that. And you know what? The bags look a little bit, you know, they look nice. I like the bags, but if they had looked just like this, I fear they may have been a little too cheap looking just because of the way the plastic looks. But I think they're really just meant to be stationary in this case. And then we do have the sunglasses on the middle shelves here. So we have 2 pairs here and 2 pairs here. She is wearing the Milky Way glasses, and she's also displayed right smack in the center. There's these mirrored walls, which makes it look very, very big. I like the way that Gentle Monster is printed on the mirrors. It looks very just luxe and fun. Even with the mixed reception of this doll, I know some people don't like the doll's design, which is fine. I do find the doll to be pretty. I like her a lot. We'll see how I feel about her once I unbox her completely, but I know from just the looks of it, I really do enjoy this doll. Keep in mind, I am a little bit biased, not because I received the product for free, but because this is Bratz, and I am a sucker for a Bratz doll. So let's also consider that, but I do think the doll is nice looking. I like that there is this fun plush carpeting on the bottom. And I believe the cheaper version of this, the doll only version, I should say, also has that. And then she does have a stand, which is on the bottom there. And then there's this one piece here that is like a little display case. There's a piece on the bottom here for it. And then there is a pair of sunglasses. I believe this is the Pico sunglasses that come with all versions that are being publicly sold of this doll. I like the packaging. I think it's really fun, and it makes me really wish that a lot more fans would have the experience to unbox something as cool as this. But now we are going to unbox her. So all we have to really do is get that middle piece open, and then she is rescued from the chamber of the Gentle Monster pop-up store here. And I do want to get her sunglasses out, which look okay. Yeah, they're not too bad to unbox. You know, we're just gonna I have to get the tape off here, and then we're just gonna peel that plastic off, and we'll have the sunglasses. That was decently easy. The sunglasses came out pretty nicely, so that is a relief. And it kind of makes me wish the purses weren't stationary, but I do like the way they look just in the box. Like, it's fine, right? It would have been nice to have at least one bag. It would have been nice to have one bag that was actually for the doll. And could I argue something? Because I love this concept, of course, but wouldn't it have been so fun if she had a bag that came with something like this, but also maybe a version of herself that was like a mini Bratz? I think that would have been a really fun concept to explore there, especially with the gimmick of the pocket collection from Gentle Monster. Why not play it up a little bit more? But this doll doesn't seem like she's going to be very readily available, so that maybe doesn't matter. I don't know. We're gonna take a look at these glasses first. Now here is the first pair. Let me pull up my talent guide. I don't know the names of each pair off the top of my head, except for the 2 that I liked a lot. So this is the Tachyon glasses. I really hope I said that correctly. They're really just a nice, simple shade of black frames with clear lenses. And there are some gold details on the arms of the glasses. We'll see like the actual pair of glasses in the box soon. And this is the Lowlang pair of glasses. This is similar to the other pair, but it does have black lenses and a little bit more gold on the arms. Yeah, the designs are just a little different on the arms. Here is the Milky Way pair that isn't on GÄNNA. it is the exact same pair that comes with the doll herself. I do find it interesting she comes with 2 pairs of these glasses. I get that they want one on the doll itself. It's nice that there's one on display, I guess, and then there's one on the doll. But then I wonder, did they have to do it like that? I don't know. I do sometimes just wonder, with any doll release, what some of the motivation was behind some decisions. I like this pair a lot. So this is the Pico pair, which I feel like has been sort of one of the main pairs next to the Milky Way. And on the arm, I don't know if you can actually tell, there's a B on there for Bratz. And it's the actual Bratz B. And I like the arm design a lot. I like the way that the lenses look. It's a really fun purple, pink shade. And that little charm on there, it looks like a fun little star. There's a star emblem, there's the B emblem. I like this pair a lot, and I'm wondering what this looks like in person because I did not get a good look. Actually, I think it's the pair in this. And I haven't opened this one yet. I've opened the other one, so we'll get a chance to see what's in this one. I would like to unbox the doll. Who is here? So let's do that. Plastic tie galore. Ugh. I would really love to love the doll, but there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about like 9 plastic ties just in the back of her head. Maybe, am I being, okay, like 8? I don't know if I'm being dramatic, sorry. And they are very much like, I can feel them in the back of her head. The one thing I really will say about the doll quality so far, aside from the millions of plastic ties in the back of her head that I'm gonna have to cut out, is that the rooting on the hair seems pretty nice. I was a little uncertain about how the hair would look out of the box and how much product they may have used on the doll itself. I'm happy to say that at least mine doesn't have any product in her hair, which for the audience that they're looking to appeal to with this doll, I don't know if, though, like, you know, the fashion people would know how to like wash a doll's hair. I mean, there are doll collectors who don't even know how to wash doll hair, so I'm glad they did not include any product. They maybe included a little bit at the top, and I understand that maybe to lay down the top so that it doesn't fray up in the package, especially because there will likely be people who are keeping this doll in the box. I'm just happy about that, I guess, is that they did not add too much product, but the amount of plastic ties is troublesome. All right, I just cut off her glasses because they were tied using a rubber band, but I'm just gonna look at these next to each other to see if there is any difference. And it looks like the one pair, I don't know if this is just like a factory error, but the one that's not on the doll has less purple in the bridge of the frame. But it's still, you know, she's still really cool. And I think it's nice that she did come with 2 of the glasses. Now, my doll has indents on her face, and I don't know if this is normal or if I can maybe fix this by boiling the head. I've never quite had an issue like this before, but she does have some indents in her face. I don't know if you can see them, but it's definitely from her sunglasses. And now, something I didn't notice until maybe a few days ago is that she doesn't have eyebrows, and I don't have issue with that. Though it would have been nice to maybe see them do like a metallic eyebrow or something, but I understand that the focus is a bit more on the sunglasses as opposed to the doll itself. Her skin tone is interesting. I like the skin tone, and a lot of people said it looked like Kylie's, but this is definitely not Kylie's skin tone. This is more of, I don't even know whose skin tone this most closely resembles. He does have a similar skin tone to Dana, who and I guess Chloe. I guess Chloe and Dana would be the closest match for this doll for a skin tone. The hair, a lot of people said it reminded them of the Kylie doll that came with the Versace dress. And even though it's straight bust down and it's purple, this is a very much a lighter shade of purple compared to Kylie. Let me bring this doll up for a second. So here's Kylie and her shade of purple compared to GÆNNA and her shade of purple. Definitely different, and then you can see very visibly that the skin tone is not the same. The concept though, I will say, like the silhouettes, the colors, all that, like the hair and the fur boa, it's a little similar to the feather boa, I guess, but not quite the same. I would label these to be different dolls. And I won't lie, the indents in the face are kind of upsetting me. And I didn't pay for this doll, so I can't be too upset. And I will likely keep sunglasses on her for when I put her on display. And a lot of this hair is falling out, which is, it's normal for a doll's hair to fall out fresh out of the box. But right now, it's just not the time, girl. GÆNNA has the original 2001 closed mouth sculpt. Nothing too shocking there, even though the UV revised sculpt has made a comeback. And her body is a version of the 2018 articulated body, but it has been given an updated sculpt done by someone from the doll community at Capdoll. Congratulations to Capdoll. It's really nice to see people who have really helped shape the community, and of course the online Bratz presence, get more recognition in ways like this, where they get to actually work on dolls and help design dolls. So Capdoll did the sculpting on the body and did a very fantastic job on it. It looks really cool, and what I'd imagine a cyborg Bratz body to look like. The knees are the same, like they bend and stuff, and it's basically the same body as the other 2018 articulated bodies, but with this update of the cyborg suit sculpted on and on the leg. I think it looks really nice and really cool. I am a fan of the body. Even though I do wish the Bratz body was generally updated, I like how they did this body using this new concept. And then the face I like, but I won't lie, it reminds me a little bit of Always Bratz Jade's face, but without eyebrows. I don't know if anyone else sees it, but I'll show y'all the face again. She does have the blonde lashes. Scorchin' Chloe also has different colored lashes. Hers are a little bit more of a metallic silver, whereas Jenna's here is more just like a blonde color. The lip shade is nice. I like this subtle nude color. I'm a little surprised they used the open mouth sculpt for the fact that she doesn't have teeth painted on, but it's fine. And I feel like they were getting ragged on a lot. Like MGA was getting ragged on for doing that to a lot of their dolls in recent years, but I don't mind it. Honestly, I really don't care about that part, though the face up, like the template itself looks a lot like Always Jade's to me. The hair is nylon, nothing to be shocked about there. And there is a second outfit, which I don't know how people can purchase this. I don't know what the availability on the outfit keychains are. I will say, as much as I love the outfit itself and the keychain concept, like this is really cool. And this is heavy duty. So this is a nice heavy duty metal keychain. It says Gentle Monster Bratz on the back. And then we have that iconic Bratz star brush design there. And then, ooh, something I haven't seen in dolls in a long time is a metal twist tie. And the way to basically wear the doll on your outfits or on your bags, whatever you want to, is the keychain is hooked on a ribbon connected to the racing jacket. The racing jacket, it looks a lot like the one that came with the Moalola dolls. It does have a G on it for Gentle Monster, and I love the shiny fabric they used. It's like a shiny pleather silver fabric, and then lavender zipper elements, and then lavender elements all around, really. I don't know how well the light is picking up on this, so I apologize. And the skirt is cute. The skirt is really cute. And then the mannequin, I think, is just the same as the other Bratz mannequins. But I believe you can also unclip the doll, or you can honestly... I'm sure that there's a way that you can break the jacket off of the keychain part if you just wanted the doll to wear the outfit as opposed to having her wear it with the keychain. But I do want to dress her up in it, but I'm going to cut out the plastic ties really fast because that is going to bug the hell out of me. Just like the standard 2018 articulated bodies, her arms and her hands are able to pop off, and you can pop them right back on. This is for easier undressing and redressing with your doll. All right, I dressed her up, but I did want to just shout out the shoe sculpt because it looks really good. It reminds me of both the classic Bratz, like big platform sandal sculpt. I don't know if that's like a sandal, but it's like a sandal heel that they have that I really love. And then also always Chloe's shoes, it reminds me of a bit. But then when we go to the cyborg leg, it looks really cool. It also gives me like a princess heel vibe in a weird way. And they like sculpted like these toes on the metallic leg. It's interesting, the design choices. I do like them. And then here she is in the second outfit. I did unzipper the jacket because she was looking a little claustrophobic in it. The skirt is really high-waisted, but it's nice. I do like it. And the outfit is cool. I really like the construction of the outfit, and I like that there's the real working zipper. And it's overall, like the harmony of the doll, I will say, looks good. And I do wish this outfit had been a little bit more available to fans because it reminds me a lot of Live in Concert. And it looks really nice. It's a really cool outfit and it works well with this doll. And when you add the sunglasses on, it just kind of complements everything. The only thing I don't like is that you can't fully remove the outfit unless maybe you get some pliers to ply it off of the metal. Because this is a really heavy duty piece. It's a really nice metal piece. But this is how you can attach the doll. There's a little key ring here. But the doll's nice. I am a little disappointed that mine had some indents in her face, but I can't complain too much because I did get the doll for free $99. Here's that part. The boa was cool, but I don't know. I just wasn't feeling just the boa on her. I really like the fact that you can put her in a full outfit like this, which makes me wish that that outfit, as well as just the doll itself, was more accessible to fans, because I think fans would really love something like this. And then I did have her stand, but I don't know where it went. Bratz has mostly been sticking to the plain black stands, but this one has a fun silver stand, which is nice because her overall color palette is like silver mixed with lavender. Though the shoes are really big and a little hard to squeeze on. But here she is on the stand. She's a really nice doll. She's a nice doll. Quality control, not terrible. Like, it's not terrible. Just because my doll's face had indents, I don't think the terrible is quality control. I don't think the quality control is that bad, but it's just a little disappointing, especially for a PR version of the doll. You'd hope that you'd want the influencers to promote the best version of them. But that's just my 2 cents on that. We're gonna open up the sunglasses that come with the main doll, and I believe this is the pair of sunglasses you'll get if you had ordered them online or if you got them in the Gentle Monster pop-up. I would like to try to carefully remove this, although I have a feeling it's gonna be more difficult than I'd hoped, because I would like to save this plastic piece to keep in the display of the box. All right, I'm gonna keep it attached to the box because I might low-key keep this part in the box, or at least one of the sunglasses in the box, but they come with a leather pouch like this that says Gentle on it, and when you open them up, there is a pair of sunglasses. I'll take mine off, And I'm wearing the Milky Way pair. This is one of the pairs that came with the set. All right, this is the Pico pair of sunglasses. Now this part, there's like a rubbery clear piece on the arm. And this is what they look like on me. They're cute. I like them. And I like the lenses. I like the way that they're shaded. There's like a fun diamond, which you can't fully tell that it's a diamond on the doll version. And we can actually put the doll version next to it. I don't know how well you can see that. This part of the arm is different than the Bratz version. The Bratz has a bee emblem on this part. This one says 1 cent, 2011. So I think it's supposed to be like a form, like a coin, like a form of currency, which actually makes the Bratz pair even cuter because it's like Bratz money, I guess. Sorry if the lighting and the setup isn't helping me trying to show off these glasses. I'm doing the best with what I got. And then the bottom portion of the PR kit actually has the other pairs of sunglasses. I'm gonna show you the other 2 pairs of sunglasses that came with the doll, with the PR kit. These are available for purchase on the Gentle Monster website, and I'm assuming in their store. These, I don't know how accessible the sunglasses are. I know that there are people who collect Gentle Monster sunglasses, and these might be limited edition as well. This is the Tachyon pair, and I really hope I said that name correctly. I do apologize if I did not. Here is what it looks like. A nice, simple pair of shades. I do like them. And then we have the Loleng pair, which is sort of similar to the Tachyon, but different. More of a shade to it and more gold elements. The glasses are cool. I do think the Loleng may be the most simple pair compared to the rest, but none of them are bad. I do like all the sunglasses, and I need to get some contact lenses so I can wear them out. That just about wraps up this unboxing and review. I feel like it was a mix of different things because of course I wanted to talk about this doll, but I also wanted to talk about this collaboration, and I felt like I haven't had a full chance to, because I've just been like, you know, traveling and I haven't been home. And then by the time my doll got here, I was tired, and I am tired. It's only a day. I've only been home like 2 days, so as I'm filming this. Something I will say about the doll only version that is likely a little bit more elusive than the PR or sunglass only version is that it reminds me of this very specific Lil Bratz Fashion Mall Style and Stores Kiss and Makeup, yes, I said the full name, playset variant that came with a Bone Is Never doll that only originally came with the full Fashion Mall playset, but this was like some sort of weird random doll that came out from that collection. And the packaging, it just reminds me a lot of the Gentle Monster doll packaging. The doll only packaging, I should say. Hopefully we can find better names for these dolls if Gentle Monster even cares. I don't know if Gentle Monster cares as much as us. That's all I really have to say about the doll. I do like the doll. I like the concept. I love the sunglasses. Those are really cool. I love the keychain concept. I love that the doll has various pairs of sunglasses. I'll take some pictures and I will post them on my Instagram at LOOKIN Bratz. Make sure to follow me there for more doll content. I am also on Ko-fi and on other platforms, but you know where to find me. TikTok, I'm on TikTok at LOOKIN Bratz. It's all under LOOKIN Bratz. Also check out lookinbratz.com to see more content and stuff from me. And overall, I like the doll. I love the concept. I think she's great. I had some notes and some feedback about everything, I think. So I think I've expressed all the thoughts that I have about this collection, about this collaboration, and I'm sure some time will pass and we will be seeing other stuff happen for Bratz. Hopefully more accessible playline stuff or more accessible collector stuff would be great. And that's it. Thank you to Gentle Monster for sending me this really cool package. It means a lot to me, especially as a Bratz fan. And as someone who has wanted a Gentle Monster sunglass pair in his life, thank you. They also did have these cool certificates. I don't know if this was just for the PR kit, or I'm sure they come with all of the Gentle Monster stuff that they have, but there's like certificates of authenticity and something else. I don't know what this one was actually. Something. There was something, but it was just cool that it came with all this stuff, extra stuff that makes it feel a little bit more luxury. And that's what this collaboration I think was a bit more about. It's about the luxury. But I hope Bratz hears their fans out and offers more accessible things. I'm okay, I think, with this being limited edition. Maybe not everyone needed to get it. Bratz has done similar things in the past, but not quite the same. They had the V-Files doll in 2015, which was limited to 290 dolls and sold for $100, which at the time, a lot of us scoffed at. And luckily, I do have that doll, so I know a lot of people don't, and she's really sought after, and I'm sure possibly the same will happen with this doll, but only time will tell, and only time will tell what Bratz and MGA will do next. And hopefully y'all will join me in my next video. I don't know what the next video is. I have a ton of them coming out, but I really hope you'll join me, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned to what's next in my content world. I don't know. I didn't even know what else to say about that, but thank you again, and I will see y'all in the next video. Let me know in the comments what you think about the Gentle Monster Bratz collaboration, and would you have purchased this doll had she been more available and accessible? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious to know. See you in the next video. Bye!